Good evening, viewers. Welcome to the Northeast News Bulletin. This is Niharika Kolita bringing to you the headlines first. Election Commission announces 7-phase schedule for polls to Lok Sabha beginning April 19. Results to be out on June 4. Poll schedule for Arunachal Pradesh and Sikkim state assemblies also announced. Polling date for both the states will be April 19. No one will be spared in his fight against corruption, Prime Minister Narendra Modi asserts in Telangana. Manipur Chief Minister N. Biren Singh flags off media person's tour to Andaman Islands, says the journey will be a professional boost for journalists. And Nagaland Chief Minister Nephew Rio attends wrestling meet, says Naga wrestling is as old as Naga history. In national news first, the Lok Sabha polls will be conducted in 7 phases, beginning the 19th of next month. The count will take place on the 4th of June this year. The Election Commission today announced the schedule for the Lok Sabha polls as well as assembly elections for some states. Making the announcement in New Delhi, Chief Election Commissioner Rajiv Kumar said the ECI team is fully prepared for the biggest festival of Indian democracy. He said the country has 97 crore registered voters and over 10,50,000 polling stations manned by 1 crore 50 lakh personnel. He added that there will be 1 crore 82 lakh first-time voters in this election. He said the daunting challenges in conducting free and fair elections are muscle, money, misinformation and model code of conduct violations.
तो इस 543 पार्लियामेंट्री कॉन्स्टिट्यूएंसीज के महात्योहार में शेड्यूल बताने से पहले सभी वोटर्स का फिर से हाथ जोड़ के आग्रह, अनुरोध, गुजारिश दैट प्लीज ज्वाइन फॉर द वोटिंग, कम ऑन द डे ऑफ वोटिंग, छुट्टी मनाने ना जाएं, जरूर आ जाएं. शेड्यूल ऑफ द लोकसभा पोल फेज 1 विल डू इट इन 7 phases as was done last time. 7 phases. Phase 1 will start from 20th March notification, 5 days from now. And last date of withdrawal would be 30th March and date of poll would be 19th of April. इसमें Phase 1 का शेड्यूल एक दिन से हमें 2 बार करना पड़ रहा है. फिर बिहार के लिए वहाँ एक फेस्टिवल है, तो नोटिफिकेशन की डेट सेम है, लेकिन बस लास्ट डेट ऑफ विड्रॉल हमें 30 मार्च की जगह 2 अप्रैल सिर्फ बिहार के फर्स्ट फेज के लिए करनी पड़ रही है, क्योंकि वहां त्योहार है. और 19 अप्रैल को यहां वोटिंग होगी और पूरी कंट्री में 4 जून को काउंटिंग होगी. सो फेज 1 दिस विल लुक लाइक दिस. ये मैप भी हम आपको प्रोवाइड कर देंगे. अभी ये जो येलो पोर्शन है ये ऐसा दिखाई देगा. तो इसमें जो फेज 1 का जो मैप है, इसमें
Meanwhile, announcing the scheduled elections to Arunachal Pradesh Legislative Assembly, Chief Election Commissioner Rajiv Kumar said date of issue of Gazette notification for the polls will be March 20. The last date of filing nominations will be March 27, while the date for scrutiny of nominations will be March 28. The last date of withdrawal of candidature will be March 30. Polling will be held on April 19. June 4 will be the date of counting. He said the election process will be completed by June 6.
Date of Gazette notification 20 मार्च को होगा और डेट ऑफ पोल 29 अप्रैल को होगी. 20 मार्च को गजट नोटिफिकेशन, 29 अप्रैल को डेट ऑफ पोल. सॉरी 19 अप्रैल को. 20 मार्च 19 अप्रैल.
On the other hand, the Election Commission also announced the schedule for general elections to the Sikkim Legislative Assembly. Announcement and issue of press note will be on the 16th of March. The date of issue of Gazette notification will be March 20. The last date of filing nominations will be 27th March. The date for scrutiny of nominations will be March 28. The last day for withdrawal of candidature will be 30th of March. Polling will be held on April 19, while the date of counting will be June 4.
असेंबली इलेक्शंस जैसे मैंने बताया था जून में खत्म हो रहे हैं। सिक्किम जो 2 जून को विद 32 असेंबली सीट्स, सिक्किम में भी 20 मार्च और 19 अप्रैल, 20 मार्च को नोटिफिकेशन, 19 अप्रैल को डेट ऑफ पोल।
In Mizoram, State Chief Electoral Officer Madhup Vyas addressed the media following the announcement of the Lok Sabha polls by the Election Commission. He said that in the previous Lok Sabha elections, there was a 63% voter turnout, which was lower than the national average. He urged citizens to wholeheartedly participate in the upcoming elections and aim to surpass the previous turnout. He emphasized strict enforcement of electoral roll regulations, polling station procedures, and relevant laws. In another national news, Prime Minister Narendra Modi today said that no corrupt leader will be spared in his fight against corruption in the state. Addressing an impressive gathering at Praja Sankalp Sabha public meeting at Nagar Karnool in Telangana, criticizing BRS and Congress, he said the family-centric parties share a common history of nepotism, corruption and appeasement. Modi assured people of the state that all assurances given to the people will be fulfilled, like in the case of Article 370, Ram Mandir and other such things. He appealed to the people to give him double-digit Lok Sabha seats from Telangana so that he can resolve their issues without any delay.
कैसे तेलंगाना चक्की के 2 पार्टों में पीसता रहा है, एक पार्ट कांग्रेस का और दूसरा पार्ट बीआरएस का। कांग्रेस और बीआरएस ने मिलकर तेलंगाना के विकास के हर सपने को चकनाचूर कर दिया है। और अब तो मुश्किल ये है कि यहां कांग्रेस के पंजे का कब्जा हो गया है। पहले बीआरएस की महालूट और अब कांग्रेस की बुरी नजर, ये वैसे ही हालत है जैसे कि कुएं से निकले खाई में गिरे। कांग्रेस के लिए तो पूरा राज्य तबाह करने के लिए 5 साल भी बहुत है। मोदी को आपसे वोट लेकर अपने परिवार के लोगों के लिए।
India has said that it has strongly condemns all forms of religiophobia and warned against dividing the United Nations into religious camps. This was stated by India's permanent representative to the UN, Ruchira Kamboj, while addressing the United Nations General Assembly during the adoption of a resolution, Measures to Combat Islamophobia. At the 78th session of the United Nations General Assembly, Kamboj stressed that the resolution already adopted should not establish a precedent that could result in numerous resolutions centered on phobias tied to specific religions, potentially dividing the United Nations. Kamboj said India is a proud champion of pluralism. Former IAS officer Navneet Kumar Sehgal today took charge as new Prasar Bharati chairman. Sehgal is a 1988 batch retired bureaucrat of Uttar Pradesh cadre. He is a successor of A. Surya Prakash, who completed his term as chairman in 2020. Earlier, President Draupadi Murmu appointed him after the selection committee for chairman of Prasar Bharati, headed by Vice President Jagdeep Dhankar, cleared his name. In Arunachal Pradesh, Chief Minister Pema Khandu today addressed a public meeting at Longding in the presence of his cabinet colleague, Minister H.N. Gandam, and Member of Parliament Tapir Gao. Informing this in a social media post, he said he was touched by the warm welcome extended on the occasion by sisters and brothers of Longding. He also said it was a privilege to watch traditional Wancho dance performed by Khasusa women's group at the meeting. In Manipur, Chief Minister N. Biren Singh today flagged off a tour by media persons to the Andaman Islands from the Chief Minister's Secretariat in Imphal. Informing this in a social media post, he said this journey promises not only adventure and exploration, but also opportunities for professional improvement. In his speech, he said that as journalists, their role in shaping public discourse and disseminating information is paramount, and experiences such as this broaden perspectives and enrich storytelling. Meghalaya Chief Minister Conrad Sangma today visited Niti Aayog for state's Viksit Bharat Strategy Room in Delhi. He said that the visit was to understand how the platform is being used to centralize fundings by state governments based on data-driven insights. In sports news, Nagaland Chief Minister Nephew Rio today attended the 52nd Angami Sports Association wrestling meet. He said Naga wrestling is a celebration of sport and athleticism. It is as old as Naga history. It promotes discipline, prowess, the spirit of brotherhood and friendship, Rio said in a social media post. In more sports news, also in Nagaland, Chief Minister Nephew Rio has informed that with the state ready to host the 3rd Northeast Games 2024, he inaugurated the Games Village at Chumukedima on Friday. He lauded the Northeast Sports Association and DYRS 16 for what he called their efforts to ensure the event's success. In Arunachal Pradesh, all members of the Internal Complaint Committee and Local Complaint Committee from various government establishments in Upper Siang attended a training program at Yingkiong organized by the Department of WCD in Upper Siang. The training focused on the protection of women from domestic violence and the sexual harassment at the Workplace Act. To end the news, the main points once again. Election Commission announces 7-phase schedule for polls to Lok Sabha beginning April 19. Results to be out on June 4. Poll schedule for Arunachal Pradesh and Sikkim state assemblies also announced. Polling date for both the states will be April 19. No one will be spared in his fight against corruption, Prime Minister Narendra Modi asserts in Telangana. Manipur Chief Minister N. Biren Singh flags off media person's tour to Andaman Islands, says the journey will be a professional boost for journalists. And Nagaland Chief Minister Nephew Rio attends wrestling meet, says Naga wrestling is as old as Naga history. That brings us to the end of this evening's bulletin. Thank you for tuning in. Namaskar.